Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Midnight Chills 590 and I'm very excited to share a special story with you today. In this video, we will be exploring a story full of mystery and suspense together, Midnight Echoes in the Hospital. This story will not only bring you an intense and exciting experience, but will also provoke you to think deeply about truth and justice. If you are interested in this kind of story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's unveil the story together. In the center of the city, shrouded in the mystery of time, stood the old St. Elwood Hospital. Its walls are steeped in history, witness to decades of medical achievement and tragedy. But when the sun goes down and the hallways are empty, a different life begins to brew in the depths of the hospital. Amy, our protagonist, a young and enthusiastic nurse, begins her journey in the shadows of this ancient institution. Fresh out of nursing school with ambitions and dreams in her heart, she is captivated by the untold stories of the hospital. From her first night shift, Amy senses an unspoken tension among the senior staff. Whispers about unexplained events, strange noises, and shadows that seem to move on their own. But no one talked about it openly. Their words were blocked out by feelings of fear and mistrust. When the clock struck midnight, the hospital changed. The familiar becomes strange, the silence becomes heavier, and the night reveals its secrets. It was during these lonely rounds that Amy first heard a faint, untraceable whisper, as if the walls themselves were speaking. With a heart both frightened and brave, Amy stopped, her senses sharpening. The whisper became clearer, like the echo of a distant conversation that seemed to be everywhere and nowhere. It guided her, pulling her toward the forbidden, toward the abandoned wing of the hospital long closed and shrouded in darkness. Deep within the hospital exists a space that time forgot. During her rounds, Amy inadvertently comes upon this mysterious floor that has been closed for years. The door to the floor was closed and covered with dust and cobwebs, as if it was a sign of a restricted area. Surprisingly, the door opened gently, as if it were an invitation or a silent challenge. Amy took a deep breath, gathered her courage, and stepped into the unknown. In the dimly lit corridors, Amy sensed an otherworldly atmosphere. Everything here seemed ancient and static, as if time had stopped flowing here. The photos and documents on the walls seemed to record the hospital's unknown history. In one of the wards, Amy found some dusty medical records and photos. The documents seemed to point to a long-hidden secret of the hospital. Her hand trembles as she flips through one of the reports, shocked to discover the dark side of the hospital's past. The documents documented a series of unknown medical experiments involving a number of taboo studies and unethical operations. All of this took place on this sealed-off floor, and Amy was the first to uncover it. Amy realizes that she hasn't just stumbled upon this secret, but has been chosen by fate to uncover this hidden history. But little does she know yet that this discovery will lead her to an even deeper and more dangerous truth. In this dusty space, Amy feels a loneliness and tension she's never felt before. With every step, the weight of history seemed to increase on her. Her flashlight illuminated the dusty corridor, revealing that this place had been untouched for years. The rooms lining the corridor seemed ancient and empty, each one like a sealed story waiting to be revealed. Amy's curiosity drives her to find out what's going on, but her heart also reminds her that this place could be hiding unknown dangers. In a seemingly ordinary room, Amy discovers some ancient medical equipment, stacked haphazardly in a corner as if left behind in a hurry. Pictures hanging on the walls showed that some special treatment or experiment had been performed here. Amidst the piles of disorganized papers, Amy's eyes were drawn to a worn record book. She carefully flipped it open to find a series of complex and disturbing medical notes recorded inside. These notes seemed to reveal the contents of some experiments that were being kept strictly confidential. Just as Amy is immersed in the transcript, she hears some unexplainable sounds. These voices came neither from the hallway nor from within the room, yet they seemed to be everywhere. The whispers felt like they came from the past, carrying unfinished stories and unsolved mysteries. Amy realizes that she may have just uncovered a deep secret of the hospital. But behind that secret lies more unknown truths. Her quest is only the beginning, the real mystery is still waiting to be solved. In the well-worn record book, Amy discovers a series of disturbing records of experiments. These records depicted forbidden medical experiments involving extreme testing of the human body and attempts at mind control. As Amy flips through the pages, she gradually reveals the hospital's deepest secrets. These experiments not only violated medical ethics, they touched on the dark side of human nature. The subjects were labeled projects and their encounters and experimental procedures were described in detail in the records. Each record reveals a tragic story of people who were experimented on and who suffered extreme torture both physically and mentally. Amy felt a sickening chill as she realized that this enclosed floor was not just a physical isolation, but a moral and human wasteland. Just as Amy is deep in these dark secrets, she hears strange voices outside the room. The voices seem to be responding to her discovery, as if the hospital's past is speaking to her. Amy's heart races, and she knows she is standing on the brink of revealing a great secret. A secret that not only concerns the hospital's past, but could also affect her future. But she knows deep down that some truths are inescapable. In this midnight hospital, every step could unravel a new mystery. And Amy, the courageous nurse, is on the path to unraveling those mysteries. In this forgotten corner of the hospital, Amy begins to experience unexplainable phenomena. These paranormal events seem to be part of the hospital's long history, tied to the secrets of the place. Amy witnesses a strange sight when the clock at the end of the hallway suddenly begins to rotate counterclockwise. She felt an incredible shock, as if time itself had been distorted in this enclosed space. A cold wind moved noiselessly through the corridor and Amy felt an invisible presence. The wind seemed to carry some sort of message, or an echo of the past, trying to communicate with her. Inside a deserted hospital room, Amy witnessed beds shaking as if someone had just laid on them. These silent evidences suggest that every inch of this place is filled with stories and traces of souls from the past. Just as Amy turned to leave, she heard a low murmur. The voices were neither windy nor human, yet they echoed through the air as if they were secrets from the depths of the hospital speaking to her. In this hospital at the stroke of midnight, Amy felt herself drawn into a quest beyond her wildest dreams. Every step could reveal a new secret, every corner could hide an unknown truth. In this enigmatic corner of the hospital, Amy is challenged like never before. Not only does she have to uncover buried secrets, but she also has to face her own inner fears and doubts. Amy knows that every action she takes could unveil a deeper secret. In this quiet and eerie environment, she not only has to deal with the unknown of the outside world, but also battle her own fears. In a room filled with ancient medical instruments and research materials, Amy discovers more evidence of these forbidden experiments. Every document, every piece of apparatus, seems to speak to her of secrets from the past. Amy discovers an odd instrument in the room that is designed beyond her comprehension, but is clearly related to the experiments. This discovery reinforces her conviction that the hospital is hiding some unknown scientific experiment. Amy is determined to bring these secrets back to the present, knowing that it may cause an uproar, but her obsession with the truth drives her. She begins to organize this evidence, ready to expose the truth of this forgotten corner of the world. Just as Amy was about to leave, a strong vibration suddenly swept through the room. It seemed that some force was responding to her challenge, unwilling to let these secrets be revealed. Amy stood in the hallway, knowing she had touched the edge of something forbidden. Now she must make a choice, whether to continue exploring these secrets or retreat to the safety of the world. Whatever the choice, her life has changed. After exploring the closed floors in depth, Amy has enough evidence to uncover the secrets of the hospital's past. These secrets are not only about the hospital's history, but about justice for the countless silent victims. Amy knows that what she is about to do will break the silence and may cause an uproar. But she firmly believes that truth and justice are far more important than maintaining the silence. When Amy shows this evidence to her co-workers and superiors, it sends a shockwave through the hospital. The secrets revealed shocked and angered many, while triggering a re-examination of the hospital's history. Amy presented her findings in front of the hospital administration. Her words were filled with defiance and justice as she demanded a full investigation into these past events and justice for the victims. Soon, these secrets caught the attention of the public and the media. Amy was thrust into the limelight as a representative of exposing the truth. Despite the pressure and challenges, she stood her ground. In this journey to expose the truth, Amy not only changes the history of the hospital, but also herself. She learns that some battles are worth it, even when the cost is great. After a series of grueling battles and tireless efforts, Amy finally reveals the hospital's deepest secrets. Once these secrets were made public, they sparked widespread concern in the community and also brought about profound changes to the hospital. Under public pressure, the hospital began to conduct a thorough investigation into the past events and promised that it would compensate and apologize to the victims' families. Amy's actions not only uncovered secrets, but also triggered a profound reflection on medical ethics and humanity. At the end of this struggle, Amy felt a sense of unprecedented relief. She knew that while her actions had changed the history of the hospital, more importantly, they had brought justice to the voiceless victims. Amy's journey is not over, and her actions have inspired many to pursue truth and justice. Though faced with a heavy past, her courage and determination light the way to the future. In an ever-changing world, Amy's story reminds us that in the face of darkness, only bravery and truth can bring light. And that everyone, every single person, has the power to be the beginning of change. Like the darkness before the dawn, it is the deepest and most anticipated light. Amy's story is not just about the struggle to uncover secrets, it's about personal growth and the journey to find the light. In the face of great challenges and difficult choices, Amy chose courage and truth. Her actions not only changed the history of the hospital, but also illuminated those who were lost in the darkness. The hospital continues its mission of caring for lives and healing wounds. But now it takes on new meaning as a symbol of courage and justice, reminding us to never give up seeking the truth. There will always be dark moments in each of our lives. But like Amy, as long as we remain brave and hopeful, one day we can have a dawn of our own. Thank you for watching Midnight Echoes at the Hospital. I hope that this story has inspired you in some way, and that perhaps there are mysteries in our own lives that we need to be brave enough to face and solve. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos. Leave your thoughts on this story in the comments section or tell me other types of stories you'd like to see. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks again for watching and supporting me.